Good evening, YouTube. Welcome in, everybody. DutyRon here, retired New York City Police Detective, checking in with a new case. Breaking news here in the New York City area. I'll wait for a couple of people to come on in, make sure everything is good with the audio and the video. But welcome in Friday night. A little bit of Friday night excitement here in New York City. Hello, Cheryl. Cheryl, welcome in. You got in here. Good to see you. There's a lot of people that are so far ahead of us in time and some people behind us. There was somebody in Scotland that wanted to see this, but she was 5 hours ahead. So it would make it 4 o'clock in the morning for her or somewhere around there. Hi, Cheryl. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. So, guys, it's 11 o'clock. We got a heavy case. New York City Police Officer, red like wine. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. Let me do a little bit of inviting before we get into the meat and potatoes of it. But this is an unbelievable plot twist. Domestic violence gone wrong. Police officer gone wrong. Intertwined with cheating, infidelity, cheating on boyfriends, and all kinds of craziness. This is a crazy case. So I'm going to break it down for you guys. Hello, Quinny. Good evening. Thank you for joining. Happy Friday evening to everybody. I know it's, a lot of people have plans on Fridays. Some people are just hanging out. But this is something that I needed to talk about because it's a heavy-duty case. Hi, Alyssa. Good to see you. Thank you. Alicia Nelson. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. All right, let me just do this real quick. Let me invite, and then we could get into talking about this. 2 seconds. Everybody settle in and say hello. I did not know her personally. Thank God I did not know her personally. She seems like she was an active police officer. She was an active cop. She made a great bank robbery arrest in 2017 and was cop of the month for that. She was cop of the month for that. So let me just post this real quick. All right. Good to see you, Caitlin. Thanks for joining. Thank you for joining, guys. Guys, if you don't mind, please invite your followers. That's what I just did. I just invited, and I'm going to post it on Twitter so everybody on Twitter could see it. Good to see you, Jen. Welcome in. Hi, Cheryl T. Red like wine. Everybody's coming on in. Jen is here. All the troops are filing in. Good to see you guys. Back in action. This is a heavy case. Hi, Jonna. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. All right, so just by a show of hands, I know there's not a lot of people watching right now. There's a lot of people in other broadcasts because there's a ton of people broadcasting right now. Just by a show of hands, who has heard of this case? Anybody look into it? Does anybody know anything about it? Just broke tonight. Hello, Dr. D. Good to see you. Guys, everybody should subscribe to Dr. D929. She's on Periscope and she's here on YouTube. She is got a great channel. It's very informative about women's health. She is in the gynecological field, so I believe that everyone should go, and if you're a female or male, go and subscribe to her channel and check it out. Black Rose, how are you? How's the audio? How's the video? Are we sounding okay? Do I need to pump it up a little bit, or are we good to go with the audio and the video? Let me check some of the chat. So I got a feeling that I missed some. Do you personally know Haran? No, I think I answered that already. I do not know this girl. Thank God. Everyone press like. Audio up. Audio is up. The audio is up as far as I can put it. So I can't really put it any further. So that's all I could do with the audio. On your end, you might just have to make an adjustment. But I'm showing my audio levels as loud as I can get them. Okay, so you have not heard of this case. Caitlin, anybody else? Anybody else heard of this case? Cheryl T is giving the thumbs up. Thank you for that, Cheryl T. Let me invite onto Instagram real quick. Hold on. 2 more seconds. Bear with me, guys. We're just going to let a couple of people settle in here. Give me 2 more seconds to invite some of the troops. Okay. Hi, Little Dove. How are you? Colorado Crime Con. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. This is an unbelievable story. This is, like I said, it involves a New York City police officer, one of the most well-known police departments in the world. Happens to be my department that I worked for 20 plus years. You have a female police officer who was active, made a bank robbery apprehension. She actually foiled a bank robbery in 2017 and became Police Officer of the Month. She was honored by one of the local associations in her community in Ozone Park, Queens. So this is a police officer who, up until this point, did have a little bit of domestic violence issues with her previous 2 marriages. She was married twice, so she was divorced once, and this was her second marriage. Her guns were taken away from her because she was on modified assignment sometime later in 2017, so she ran into some tough times. She wasn't fired, but she was on modified assignment. She did not have her firearm. She just had her badge and her ID. It happens a lot with domestic violence cases. So apparently she had a history of domestic violence with her husband. And the relationship was kind of rocky from what I read. I don't know for sure. So it seems like she had a rocky relationship. But I'm going to go over this real quick once I'm done inviting. So just talk amongst yourselves. Hello, Waterski Mom. Angie Payne. Good to see you, Angie. Chrissy C is here. PMD Entertainment. Thank you so much. There is missing in Breaking Justice. Okay, so I'm just going to stick to what I'm talking about at this point, so I'm not going to really go into anything else. I just want to stay focused on this case right now. She's 34 years old. I'll give you a little background on her. Her name is Police Officer, well, she's now on suspended, but she still is a police officer as of now. In 30 days, she'll probably be fired from her job. NYPD Police Officer Valerie Cincinelli. She has 12 years on the job. She came onto the police department in 2007. She worked in the 106th precinct, which is Ozone Park, Queens, and she had 1 bank robbery apprehension. She foiled a bank robbery. Hello, Sugar, please. She foiled a bank robbery in 2017 and was Officer of the Month for that arrest. I'm going to show you live footage of her walking her perpetrator, the bank robber. She would put him in handcuffs. I have video of that. I will play that for you. I am in my son's room, Mishi. This is the Game of Thrones behind me here. Game of Thrones sign. So I am in my son's room. You can see his bed is messy, and this is a boy's room. So my son's 23 years old. But this room is actually clean as of right now. This is considered clean. So, you ladies, any of you women who have sons know the deal. Hi, Mary. Good evening. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here, Mary. So we're talking about a heavy-duty case. Let me finish my invites on Instagram. This is what's great about social media is I have a couple of hundred people I'm going to invite on Instagram. So if you guys could, just talk amongst yourselves. Give me 2 seconds, and I'll continue. Thank you, Barbara. I'm glad that you finally caught me. Colorado Crime Con, having a nice glass of wine and settling in. Black Rose, thank you for those links. Thank you for being in here. Greatly appreciate it. Let me finish my onslaught of invites. Let me get this all over with, and then we can settle in, and we could chill and go over this case. there's a lot of moving parts. I'll tell you right now, there's some parts to this case that I don't even know. Room looks fine. Bed is even made. Yes, thanks to my wife. The bed is made thanks to my wife. Erin Leahy, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Guys, if you're not subscribed to Erin Leahy, go check out her channel. She's just starting out. She's got a great voice. She's soothing. She talks about a lot of really cool stuff, topics. So if you're not subscribed to Erin Leahy, go check out her channel. Please do. Hello, Joey. Good to see you, brother. Joey, we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of this right now. So buckle in. Everybody grab your glasses of wine and get ready to hang out for about an hour or so here. It's going to take me about an hour to fully cover this, guys. Fully cover it in an hour. Guys, if you can, please send it out to your Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook people. Put it out onto your social, and let's get the word out. This is a trending topic right now. This is a trending topic, at least here in the Northeast and on Twitter. It's a trending topic because it's a New York City police officer who is placed under arrest in a murder-for-hire plot. So this is a big deal, guys. This is breaking news here in New York City, and it is a trending situation. So I'm going to talk to you guys. I'm going to try to cover it the best I can, guys, and give you the most valid and up-to-date information. Some of this information is subject to change. Just so you know, some of it is subject to change, and it is a fluid investigation. There's a lot of moving parts to it. The FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, is involved in this investigation. So she was placed under arrest today, early this morning, by the NYPD, by the NYPD's Internal Affairs Division. So our own police department, the Internal Affairs, worked on this case with the FBI. So this police officer was placed under arrest by the New York City Police Department, Bureau of Internal Affairs, and then she was handed over to the feds. She was handed over to the feds because it becomes a federal crime when you are doing a murder for hire and you are doing a double murder. Okay, so I'm almost done. Give me 2 more seconds, guys. 2 more seconds and I'll be right with you. Got to be a better way to do this. All right, here we go. The end is near. The end is near. You guys are going to have my full attention in 20 seconds. Let's get a countdown. Let's get a countdown going. Okay. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Okay, here we are. We're here. All right. So, police officer's name is Valerie Cincinelli. She's 34 years old, female, mother of 2 children, age 5 and age 10. A backstory is she became a police officer in 2007, and during the course of the time, she had divorced her first husband. She remarried a second husband, and around 2007, she started dating a gentleman, an older man, a sugar daddy, as you will, from South Ozone Park, where she worked. She met this older gentleman. Now, they just said older gentleman. They didn't say what his age was. They called him and they referred to him as a sugar daddy type. So she started, while she was married, having an affair with an older gentleman while she was married. This gentleman was a resident of Ozone Park, where her precinct was. He allegedly bought her a vehicle. He purchased expensive items for her, which tells me that he is a wealthy guy, and she was a kept side piece for him, and she was married and cheating on her husband. At some time, her husband got wind that she was cheating with this guy, filed for divorce, and lots of domestic disputes and things of that nature came about of this twisted situation. While she was on duty, she was cheating with this sugar daddy figure. The guy purchased a vehicle for her. I don't know what kind of car, but he showered her with gifts and was, fully, giving her the sugar daddy situation. She was spending time with him, and he was buying her things. And this is all alleged. I don't know this for fact, but this is what I read. She had a dispute with her sugar daddy because the husband got wind of it. The internal affairs was called. It was determined that she was being paid by the police department to shack up while on duty with the sugar daddy. They removed her guns. She was suspended and put into the Viper unit, Joey, over in Brownsville. So she was modified and suspended. Her guns were removed from her. She has 2 kids, age 5 and 10. Her guns were removed from her because it was determined that she was on duty and having, relations with somebody while she was working. It wouldn't have mattered if it was the boyfriend or a husband. If you're employed as a police officer, you're not supposed to have relations or hanging out with somebody in their house. It's a big no-no. You're getting paid to do a job, not to go and, have a good time. So, the boyfriend, the sugar daddy, cuts off his relationship with her, and she quickly goes to a second boyfriend who she is currently dating right now. This second boyfriend is the one that she went to ask to have her current husband. She asked the current boyfriend, the new guy, to knock off to get a hitman and kill her husband. But it got even more strange because from what I read and from what I understand is she went to the sugar daddy. She went to the sugar daddy and asked him, he must have had connections. She asked him if he could knock off and kill her current boyfriend's teenage daughter because she was getting in the way. The teenage daughter was getting in the way. So she wanted not only her current husband killed, but she wanted her new boyfriend's teenage daughter killed. And she went as far as telling the sugar daddy to see if she could get the daughter killed behind the boyfriend's back. The boyfriend currently found out about it, and then they went to the feds and they turned her into the FBI and the NYPD internal affairs. So the wheels started going when she went to the next level and said that she was going to kill this current boyfriend's daughter, a teenage girl. I don't know her age, but she was in school. They wiretapped her phone. The FBI wiretapped her phone. There's a strong evidence against her. She is, in my eyes, a vicious criminal. You want to have your husband killed by a hitman, and now you want a hitman to, behind your boyfriend's back, kill the daughter because she said the daughter was getting in the way. I'm going to show you video that will blow your mind in this case. They have so much evidence against this police officer that bail obviously was denied. Her lawyer asked for bail, and the federal judge in Islip, she's being charged federally. The federal judge in Islip said she is a danger to society. She is not to be walking on the street. Bail denied, and rightfully so. I got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I've been a police officer for 20 plus years. This kind of stuff is a black eye, is embarrassing to the badge. It's embarrassing to the men and women who, like myself, did the job with respect, with dignity, with honesty, and went out there and risked our lives. So this girl and any male or female police officer that commits a crime is a black eye to the law enforcement community. We hate this stuff. I despise her. I hope she rots in jail. If she's convicted of this crime, which I know that she will be because they have, as per the FBI, overwhelming amount of evidence against her. But Sue, her badge didn't work. The badge did not work. Okay, when she set out to commit this crime, she was set up from the very, very beginning. The people who she asked to do this, thank God, were good people and decided to turn her in, and an undercover operation was ensued. The FBI and the New York City Police Internal Affairs did such a great job of tricking her. She withdrew $7,000. Okay, her husband's name is Isaiah Cavarallo Jr. Okay, he had an order of protection against her. The victim of this crime was her estranged husband. She withdrew $7,000 cash from a TD Bank on February 18th of 2019. She gave the $7,000 to her boyfriend, who used it to buy 5 ounces of gold to pay alleged hitman, which was an FBI agent. On May 8th, this month, last Wednesday, she was told that they were going to kill her husband and the boyfriend's daughter this coming weekend on Mother's Day. And she said, no, kill the daughter of my boyfriend and then kill my husband a month later, because it'll look suspicious if you do them both together. So she wanted the daughter killed this weekend. And they said to her, basically, we're going to do both of them on this weekend. And she said, I don't care. Just run my boyfriend's daughter, run her over. Do what you got to do. Just kill her. So I'm going to let you guys listen to a little video. I'm going to take a break, and I'm going to let you guys listen to a little video. So stand by just a second. This is a disgusting situation, guys. Really, really heinous. So let me set this up for you guys so you can hear this. Stand by.
A child and her estranged husband killed.
And as News 12's Eileen LaPalmer reports, the suspect is an NYPD police officer.
She's been a New York City police officer for 12 years, but now 34-year-old Valerie Cincinelli of Oceanside is charged federally in a murder-for-hire plot. This is video of Cincinelli from 2017 making an arrest.
That's her right there.
6th precinct in Queens, where she works. According to court documents, Cincinelli asked her current boyfriend to hire a hitman to kill her estranged husband and to kill the boyfriend's own daughter. Federal prosecutors say Cincinelli withdrew $7,000 to pay the hitman. This morning at her Oceanside home, Cincinelli was told that her ex was dead. According to court documents, an FBI agent posing as a hitman even texted her a photo of that ex-husband appearing to be dead inside of a car. Cincinelli was arraigned here in Central Islip today and held without bail. One of her brothers came to court today to support her, but had nothing to say on his way out.
Can you tell us what's going on with your sister? What's happening with Valerie? You want to say anything in her defense?
All right, I'm going to start this from the beginning because I think the volume wasn't good.
A child and her estranged husband killed.
And as News 12's Eileen LaPalmer reports, the suspect is an NYPD police officer.
She's been a New York City police officer for 12 years, but now 34-year-old Valerie Cincinelli of Oceanside is charged federally in a murder-for-hire plot. This is video of Cincinelli from 2017
That's her highlighted.
Making an arrest in the 106th precinct in Queens, where she works.
She made the arrest of the bank robber there.
Cincinelli asked her current boyfriend to hire a hitman to kill her estranged husband and to kill the boyfriend's own daughter. Federal prosecutors say Cincinelli withdrew $7,000 to pay the hitman. This morning at her Oceanside home, Cincinelli was told that her ex was dead.
These are federal agents coming out of her house.
An FBI agent posing as a hitman even texted her a photo of that ex-husband appearing to be dead inside of a car. Cincinelli was arraigned here in Central Islip today and held without bail. One of her brothers came to court today to support her, but had nothing to say on his way out.
All right, guys, you hear that? The feds went to her house this morning, Friday morning, and they told her, we have a picture of your husband dead. And they showed the picture of the husband dead in the car. They just, they just mocked him up, or somebody who looked like him, and showed her a picture of that. The husband was already dead, that they killed him. And she, when the feds left and the undercover NYPD detectives from Internal Affairs left, the boyfriend was there, and she said, we have to figure out our alibi. She was already starting to try to conjure up her alibis for this. So this is how unplanned and how flying by the seat of the pants this girl was. She didn't even think this out. She just, once they told her that the husband was dead, they showed her a fake picture of the husband dead. She started saying to her current boyfriend, we have to think about our alibis. We got to get our story straight. He was wearing a wire. He was all wired up. So everything was on audio. All of her phone calls were recorded. So she is up Schitt's Creek without a paddle. She's done. That's why bail was denied. Everything that she did was on audio or video. She was stupid, but most criminals are. So let's continue this.
Can you tell us what's going on with your sister? What's happening with Valerie? You want to say anything in her defense? About her time?
She got caught red-handed.
Federal prosecutors say their evidence against Cincinelli is overwhelming, and that they have her both on video and audio tape planning the murders and then allegedly plotting her own alibi after she was falsely told that the ex-husband was dead.
Here you go, video and audio.
In court today, she appeared visibly upset and pale, and even held her head at points. Now she is suspended without pay right now from the NYPD. We're here in Central Islip. Eileen LaPalmer, News 12, Long Island.
Welcome back.
Poor girl, right? Poor girl. She was pale and visibly shaken. Well, guess what? Get ready for a 10 by 10 jail cell for the rest of your life. Real piece of work. This is beyond. This is beyond. All right, here's another article, guys.
Raymore and Flanagan has big news for your best sleep yet.
Sorry about
For
the
a limited
commercial.
time, get a free adjustable base.
All right, so this is just one more I'll show you real quick, guys. And then we'll go back to talking.
Flanagan.
Also breaking right now, an NYPD female officer is behind bars charged with trying to hire a hitman to kill her ex-boyfriend and a girl. News 4's Drew Wilder's at the courthouse in Central Islip, where the officer just appeared before a judge. Drew?
David, NYPD officer Valerie Cincinelli held her head in her hand as a federal judge ordered her to jail without bail on a charge of murder for hire. Cincinelli has been with the NYPD since 2007, but has been on modified duty for the last couple of years due to an unrelated domestic incident. Now, the government claims Cincinelli tried to hire someone to kill two people, an adult male, her ex-husband, and an unidentified juvenile female. Now, the government says she even tried to destroy evidence in this case as recently as this morning. And just within the last 20 minutes, we got a look at court documents that have some wild details in them. The government says Cincinelli agreed to pay $7,000.
Okay, guys, I just had to pause this for a second. So here we go with murder for hire charges. These are all federal charges that she's looking at. This is, the contract killing, the contract murder of her estranged husband, and an additional contract murder killing of a teenage female from her current boyfriend, because the girl was being, she was actually not being friendly towards her. From what I read in some of the... Now, guys, I have access to New York City police chat rooms. I'm not going to go into where I have the access to these, but I have direct access to New York City police chat rooms. Obviously, I can't give up where these are, but I have them and I have access to them. Marcelo, good to see you. I looked in the various chat rooms, and basically this female that she wanted out of the picture was just getting in the way. She was being, she was not being supportive of her relationship with her father, and she wanted to eliminate her. I mean, this is savage to the 10th degree. This is beyond criminal. This is a hardened, this is something that you see in a just a vicious person. Like, you look at a picture of this girl. She happens to be a decent looking woman. She looks like she's, a kind person, but you cannot judge a book by its cover, guys. This is a classic example. Is you cannot. Yeah, it's almost like the Black Widow, if you will. You said a blackened soul, Michi. I say like the Black Widow. This is somebody who, anybody that got in her way, she was willing to murder or take them out, and not even do it herself. She wanted to pay someone to do it. Marcelo, I mean, him and I can attest to this. We as good police officers despise this type of activity. This is a black eye for the law enforcement community, for the New York City Police Department, but thank God the percentages are so small of officers that get involved in this. But any percentage is not acceptable. Any percentage is not acceptable. This is not acceptable, but unfortunately, human beings, human nature, we're all people. We're not machines. We're not robots, But this is mind-blowing, Linda. This is beyond mind-blowing. So let me continue this. I'm glad you're here, by the way, Marcelo. I invited you, and I'm glad you came. This girl is not going to see the light of day. She's going to be behind bars for the rest of her life. All right, let me continue with this, guys. All right, here we go.
To have her ex killed. The government claims to have proof that she even withdrew that money. Then an FBI agent posing as the hitman sent Cincinelli a text message today with a picture of, we gotta look at court documents
I'm just gonna go
that
back.
have some wild details in them. The government says Cincinelli agreed to pay $7,000 to have her ex killed. The government claims to have proof that she even withdrew that money. Then an FBI agent posing as the hitman sent Cincinelli a text message today with a picture of her ex-husband posing dead, saying that the job was done, but tried to shake her down for an additional $3,000 to kill the minor female. And that's when all of this blows up in her face. NYPD, working with the FBI, go to Cincinelli's home, arrest her, and bring her in on the murder for hire charge. Reporting live tonight on Long Island, Drew Wilder, News 4 New York.
All right, I'm going to show you some still photos, some pictures of this police officer from the New York Post. Here's a pretty good photo of her. There she is in full uniform, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, this is from 2017 when she apprehended the bank robber in the South Ozone Park precinct where she worked. All right, so that's a picture of Valerie right there when she was active duty, Valerie Cincinelli in 2017. Here's a photo of her and her current boyfriend. Actually, estranged. This is her husband. This is who she was going to be trying to kill right here. This is the victim in this situation here. It's a little grainy photo, but this is the police officer here, obviously Valerie, and this is her husband Isaiah. This was the potential victim in this case. They're not going to show photos of the girl that the daughter of her boyfriend because she is a teenager, so they're not going to show that, at least as it is now. And I wouldn't show it here anyways. I would not show it at this time. I would not show it. All right, so this is just going over the I'm going to show you video from the bank robbery. This is when she made the apprehension. I told you I was going to show you this. This is actual footage from when she apprehended the bank robber. That's her there handling the guy, the bald white guy. There's a pretty decent photo of her, guys, right there. If anybody was timed out, I want to know who that is so I can untime them out at the end of this. I'll check at the end. Okay. Anyways, so this is the police officer while she was making a bank robbery apprehension. She was working on patrol. She got a call for a bank robbery in progress, and she made an arrest. Joey, who was it? Who was it that got the timed out? Okay, let me continue this. Let's just try to keep that to a minimum, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody just try to keep that to a minimum. I know accidents happen. No worries, words come out. Oh, I agree, Dawn. Big time idiot. Alright, so this is just showing a photo of some of this good work that she did as a police officer. Dawn, I can't tell you that. I'm just going to say, I basically gave you some of the rumors that were flying there. I'm not going to go into details. It's an active case. All right, so that was just basically a news report from the Post. Let's back out of this. So I just wanted to show you some photos of this female, and basically, she something went wrong. Something went wrong with her, and her thinking was skewed because she just ruined her life. And what about her kids? Her kids are now going to be motherless. The 5-year-old and the 10-year-old are going to go through their lives with their mother in jail because they're going to find out. They're 5 and 10. Eventually they'll find out that their mom tried to kill 2 people, and it's all caught on audio and video. So this is just beyond reproach. This is beyond excusable. It says the diminutive cop sporting a Victoria's Secret hoodie and sweatpants wept openly as she was held without bail in a hearing in an Islip federal court. Cincinelli has a history of violence and volatile relationships, says the U.S. Assistant Attorney Laura Gatz. Before her arrest, Caravallo and another ex-husband both filed order of protections against Cincinelli, a 12-year NYPD veteran and mother of 2. Since Cincinelli, in turn, had an order of protection against Cavarillo. So there was cross complaints of order of protection. She had a checkered. She also had a checkered NYPD disciplinary history. Like I said, she was on modified assignment at this time because she had domestic violence reports filed against her. So they removed her guns, and she was working in a Viper unit. She wanted to just take her ex out. She wanted him out of the picture. He was causing her too much trouble, Black Eagle, just the same way she wanted to dispose of her current boyfriend's teenage daughter because she wasn't cooperating and was giving her a hard time. She didn't approve of her father's relationship with this woman for good reason, and she didn't like, this police officer didn't like that her current boyfriend's teenage daughter was getting in the way, as she put it. As I read in those police chat rooms, she said words to the effect of, "This girl is getting in the way. Run her over, do what you got to do, and kill her. Just get her out of the picture." So, yeah, this could mirror a lot of different cases, but this is a case that is just really, really very, very violent, very callous, with no regard. This is a police officer that's supposed to uphold laws of the land, and she was just rogue as rogue could be, you know. So I can't even tell you how disappointing this type of situation is to a good police officer and all the good men and women of law enforcement throughout the world, throughout the country. She was on the force for 12 years, Michelle. 12 years on the police department. Guys, please share this broadcast out. If you haven't given it a thumbs up, please give it a thumbs up. I'm here to bring you valid, current information. I don't, pick and choose the cases that I talk about. I go live with what's breaking and what's important and what's relevant. In this case, I felt it was very important for me as a retired New York City police detective to go live and speak about this and give you guys my 2 cents on how I feel about this. And now any human being would think the same way. I mean, this is a calloused criminal, somebody who would want to take out another young teenage girl, her own husband, the father of her children, is just, I cannot even fathom that. So this is a woman that deserves to be in jail for the rest of her life. There's no death penalty here in New York, but this is not a case where it would qualify for that. In other words, the crime didn't occur. Had the crime occurred, we could be talking about different sets of charges. But murder for hire, 2 charges. They'll both have around 10 to 15 years jail time. But she will not have an easy time getting parole. She will not have an easy time getting parole. That's for sure. I'm gonna follow this case right through to the end. I'll follow it right through to the end. Yeah, Janice. If that was my partner, I would be really, really. I'd be just as upset as I am now. It just would be a little bit more personal. So, this is something that's really, we have to see as the days go on. There'll be more and more parts of the puzzle coming out. We're just getting what's on the surface right now. If you follow what I'm saying, what's coming out right now is what's on the surface. The criminal complaint shows that she communicated with undercover FBI and NYPD detectives and conspired to pay to have her husband murdered and her current boyfriend's teenage daughter. That is unbelievable. Very unbelievable. Thank you, Miss Coley. Thank you. Exactly, Alicia Nelson. A total disgrace. Hello, Deb. Good to see you. Lovin' Vapes _70. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. Guys, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new, let me know where you're watching from, your city, your state, so I can give you a shout out. If you're outside of the country, let me know what country you're watching from so we can welcome you here to the DutyRon family. And then I'll take a quick 5-minute Q&A. 5 minutes of Q&A, guys. 5 minutes of Q&A. So, 5 minutes of Q&A. 5 minutes of Q&A, guys. Excellent, Lewis. Congratulations on 400 on your YouTube. Congratulations on that. So, yes. So, for those of you who are just joining, she was set up by the boyfriend and her. She was dating two guys. And two guys, hello from Brazil, two of the gentlemen were both confronted by her to do this crime. And they both went and became confidential informants for the government. And they wore a wire. Hello, Joshua. Good to see you. They wore a wire and they had their phones tapped. As a matter of fact, while she was in federal court today, her own cell phone, which you saw the FBI agents leaving her home, her own iPhone was taken into court, and in an unprecedented move, the judge ordered the FBI agents to hold the phone up in front of her face to have the face recognition unlock her phone so they could look at everything in her phone. The judge ordered that inside the court today. It took 2 tries to get facial recognition, but on the second try, they opened up her phone and they got everything out of her phone. So that was never done in a court of law, at least that I've heard of. So in an unprecedented move, a federal judge today ordered 2 FBI agents to hold the phone in front of the defendant's face while she's being arraigned in federal court to unlock her phone. So it took 2 tries. So Mona, I've been a subscriber for long. Finally catching one of your lives. I'm glad that you're here, Mona. Thank you so much. Anybody that has given Super Chat in the past, I say thank you to you. Anyone that gives in the future, thank you for the Super Chat. It's always appreciated. Anyone that does give Super Chat, I always send out a personal thank you card. I mail out a thank you card along with one of my New York City Police Department business cards. So I send that out to all my Super Chats as my way of saying thanks. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to my channel so you can get all of the notifications. Hit the notification bell over here in the corner. Subscribe to the channel. Go check out DutyRon.com. On DutyRon.com, you'll have links to all of my social media. You can follow me on Twitter from there, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. I have on DutyRon.com links to the New York City Police Department, domestic violence, and various other outside agencies. Also, the 1-800-577-TIPS, the Crime Stoppers hotline. That is linked into my DutyRon.com website. So if you have any information on crimes that are committed here in the New York City area, you can link right up to Crime Stoppers, the tip line, right straight through my website. So that's my way of giving back to the community. If you haven't received anything, definitely send me an email and let me know. Linda, definitely send me an email and let me know. Hold on a second. Stand by. Hold on, let me see something. 2 seconds, guys. Thank you, True Helper. Appreciate that. Thank you. All right, let me just go back and look at some of the chat. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on. Let me look at the chat. Nabul, thank you for being in here. Joey in the building. Joey is the head of my security. Chasing a murderer. Thank you so much. Your phone may die. It's okay. It's okay. Linda says she never got her card. Linda sent me an email. I'm only human. Thank you, Janice Wolf, for the super chat. Love you right back. Always great to see you. Thank you for your super chat and your support. Greatly, greatly appreciated. Chats are going pretty fast. I could turn on the slow mode. If you guys want, so we could slow it down a little bit. Let me see if I could do that from here. Stand by. Oh, I can't. I can't do it from here. Hold on a second. I think I can. Let's give a little slow mode action here for a second. Jen, please don't mention that. We got it all under control. anytime that there's any type of activity on the chat that's less than desirable, it's my wish that you guys just all ignore it. That's the best possible way to deal with it. Don't give it any type of time of day. I'm just asking you nicely. And please, if you want to hang out here with me, don't give any attention to the people who are looking for that very same thing. You give them attention, then you're feeding into it. So anyways, here we go. No worries, Jen. It's all good. Thank you so much, Janice, for supporting Love and Respect from New York City, as always. So this is a case, guys, that rattled my cage. This rattled my cage for a couple of reasons. A, I'm a father. B, you know, you don't want to hear of a law enforcement professional, somebody who has sworn to uphold laws of the land, becoming a criminal. This hits right at the core of what I do. This is so against everything that I emulate, everything that I've done as a police officer. It makes me just it just makes me sick to my stomach, you know. So there's a possibility, Erin, and I'll tell you why. Because she's being charged federally. I feel confident that the FBI is going to give her the maximum under the laws of the land. She will get the maximum, and she will have to do every second of that time. There's no parole. You know, there's no, okay, you did 10 years, you did good time, we'll put you out on parole. The feds don't do that. Catwoman, whatever she did, it was dirty, and it was disgusting, and it was ugly, and it was violent. It is vile. It is beyond reproach. If you, like, for me to hear and read the part where she said, just run over this young girl or kill her any way you can. Like, are you kidding me? I'm gonna look for that article that I read. Hold on a second. Let me minimize this. What do we have? 164 in the chat. Guys, please share it out with your followers. Send it out to social media. If you have a community post, create a community post. I greatly appreciate that. Please. Let me see where I read that, where she says, just run them over. Run her over. Oh, did I play the News 12? I did play that. All right, here it is. I think it was in the post where I read it. Hold on, give me a second. She was swiped of her badge and gun late 2017. Let me see the part where she says just run her over. It's disgusting. I shake my head because all right, it wasn't this one. I got my fire alarm going off here. All right, this is the post. I think it was here in the Daily News. Hey, Dustin, how are you? Where is it? Okay, here we go. I'm going to read this to you. You guys, let me put this up on the screen so you can see what I'm reading. Hold on. Let me put this up on the screen. This is an article, guys. Hi, Sugar Please. Hello, Norma. Good to see you. Good to see you, Norma. Thank you for coming in. Black Rose, thank you for throwing up those links. I'm missing some of the chat because I'm just trying to concentrate on what I can get out. Janice Thompson. How are you, Janice? Love and respect. Good to see you, Janice. Always, always a pleasure. Let me make this bigger for you guys so you guys can see it. Hold on. All right, this is as big as I can get it right now. All right, I'm going to start up here. I'm going to start reading right here. Okay. When the boyfriend, not named in court papers, said he knew someone who could carry out the killings for $7,000, the defendant, the police officer, Valerie Cincinelli, immediately got the money from her TD Bank, said the prosecutors. She then agreed to pay another $3,000 when the boyfriend said the phantom hitman upped his price. Cincinelli asked that the murders be staged over a 2-week period. She demanded that the hitman kill Cavarillo, that's her husband, who sells fireworks at his place of business in Holtsville, Long Island, and make it look like a robbery, the feds allege. On Monday, that's this Monday that just passed, Cincinelli's boyfriend told her that the hitman was at Cavarillo at her husband's workplace and that he needed to know the make and model of her car. Now, all of this was on recording, so this is being reported because it's all recorded on audio. The guys wore a wire throughout this whole thing. Cincinelli said that the killing Cavarillo near his workplace was a good idea because the murder would take place in the hood or the ghetto, according to the criminal complaint. She made those statements. It's good that you kill him by his job because it's in the hood or the ghetto, like to make it look like, somebody from the hood or the ghetto did it. So right away she's looking to pin it onto somebody, because of the neighborhood where her husband's fireworks factory is. She also hoped that the boyfriend's daughter could be gunned down near her school in New Jersey. She wanted her gunned down at her school in New Jersey. She told the hitman the hitman told her he wouldn't kill the teen near a school, Cincinelli allegedly responded. This is the part that I told you about. She was told that the hitman said, "No, I won't shoot her by the school." And Cincinelli, the police officer, said, "Run her the F over." How about that? Her suggestion was run her the F over. Are you kidding me? That's how callous this woman was. She told the alleged hitman, "I don't care if you don't want to shoot her at the school, run her the F over." Ron, can you see Cheryl F's question and respond? Been asking a few times. Guys, I'm trying to just concentrate on this. So hold the questions until I'm done just making these points. I can't multitask. Like, I can't concentrate on giving you this and now reading everybody's questions. So her boyfriend agreed to have his daughter killed too, since the cop told him her plans. I believe that she went to the other boyfriend, the sugar daddy boyfriend, and said, "Kill my current boyfriend's daughter." And then he told her current boyfriend, and they both were cooperating with the feds after that. That's what I feel happened from what I saw in the chats. I don't know if it's 100% true, but I believe that once the current boyfriend said, whoa, wait a minute. You not only want to kill your husband, you want to kill my daughter? Are you kidding me? And then he went and cooperated with the feds. So I think that's how it went down. But look at this highlighted statement I have here, guys. Look at this highlighted statement. I think you guys can see this right now. The highlighted statement in blue. She told the hitman wouldn't kill the teen near the school. When she was told that the hitman wouldn't kill the teenage daughter at the school, Cincinelli allegedly responded, "Run her the F over." How about that? Talk about insane. And of course, this police officer's father says that his daughter would never do this, that she was being set up. The father goes on, her father goes on, the police officer's father goes on and says, Cincinelli's father, here it is, said the allegations make no sense to him. She's not guilty, Louis Cincinelli told the Daily News. He blames his daughter's problems with the law on her boyfriend. He said this is the second time he's done this to her. He's made allegations against her in the past that she pulled her gun on him and threatened to kill him. You know what? I guarantee you she pulled her gun on him and threatened to kill him. But the father, of course, in true Chris Watts-esque, like his parents stuck behind him, this police officer's father is standing behind his daughter and saying that she's been set up. But what he doesn't realize is that everything she's talked about and everything she did was on recording. So his sweet angel is no longer a sweet angel because the nail is in the coffin for her. She's up Schitt's Creek without a paddle. She's done. Yeah, he's saying it right here. He blamed his daughter's problems with the law on her boyfriend. This is the second time he's done this. The indigent dad said he made allegations, meaning the boyfriend, that she pulled the gun on him and threatened to kill him. This is the second time he's had her arrested. So the father is basically saying she threw him out 2 weeks ago because he's a pathological liar, says her father. I know my daughter, and there's no way she would do such a thing. Give me a break. Give me a break. Dad, give me a break. I mean, I know that you wanted to protect your daughter, but come on, Lou. The father's name is Lou. Lou Cincinelli, get a grip. Your daughter is a heinous criminal. According to this FBI, the overwhelming evidence against her, she wasn't even given bail. Most police officers, when they're charged, not with something bad like this, but when they're charged with a crime, they pretty much are guaranteed to come back to court. They're not like a flight risk, So I've seen many police officers who've been arrested for DWI or minor assault against another, male cop or a female. I've seen them get released on their own recognizance because they have community ties. But this, even if she, there's no way in hell with the overwhelming evidence that's against her that any judge would ever grant her a bail. She's a danger to society. She should not be walking the street. Here's a picture of her, in an earlier photo of some sort. I don't know where this is from, but this is another photo of her. And here, this is the best photo that I have of her right here. I don't know if you guys can see this good or not. Let me see if I can get any Google photos of her. So these are all the different photos of her, guys. I mean, we've seen them all. So that's it, guys. I'm going to take a 5-minute Q&A from you. I'll take a 5-minute Q&A from everybody. If you guys want to send the questions one at a time, I'll answer them the best that I can. So if you want to go with the questions, go ahead. I'll take them one at a time. So when I start to answer a question, don't send more, because then it's just going to be a waste of your time. Waiting for a mugshot. Yeah, that's already probably going to be out. I won't put that out there. I won't put the mugshot out there. Nasty bit of work. I agree, Maxine. Dang, it's better to be alone. I tend to agree when you look at this stuff. That was just cold-blooded words. I agree, Ramon. I agree. I didn't see what Barbara said. Hello, Veggie Vibes. Good to see you. Martha Watson, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Waterski Mom, thank you for moderating. So no questions. Okay, no problem. If you have any questions, leave them down below in the comment section at the end of the video. This is the question and answer period. Yeah, no questions, just hello, says Lori Vanderbilt. Excellent. Okay, Cheryl, good to see you. Thanks for joining. Thank you for coming in. Took your advice on the name change. Excellent, Maxine. I love it. I love it. I love it. But why still confused? I don't know what you're referring to, Linda. I don't know what you're saying. Hinsdale girl, good to see you, Michelle. Thank you for joining. What case has affected you most during your whole career, says Mona. The World Trade Center was the largest case that I ever worked on, and that was really bad. Really bad. Any chance of good defense here? No. Sue, no. My answer, unequivocally, hands down, is no. No chance. Video, audio, wire, phone taps. She's done. Linda, because she's a sick individual. Mental illness might come into play. A whole host of other things. I don't know. So, There's an overwhelming amount of evidence, according to the federal judge. When someone says, when words are thrown out like overwhelming evidence, no bail, no, no release, no $10 million bail, there was no amount of money that this judge would have felt comfortable letting her back out on the street. This is a cold-blooded, calculated killer. Ask it again. Hello, Cup of Joe. I'm sorry, Nabul. I'm going to try to scroll back, but if I can't find it, you got to ask it again. Oh, all right. Is intention to kill same thing as killing? No. She won't be charged with murder. She'll be charged with conspiring to have murder for hire, conspiring to commit murder. It's different. It's different. I would have loved to be in court when she was put her phone right to her face. It took 2 times, Cheryl. It took 2 chances for them to do it. It took 2 chances. It didn't open on the first. 100 likes. Thank you all. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the likes. My phone shows 2 likes. Nelly DNSM. Pronounced Nell. New subscriber. Keep the momentum going. Serving. Putting out great content. And doing it all the great professional with professionalism. Nelly, thank you. Send me an email at DutyRon@AOL.com and I will get you a nice thank you out as my way of saying thanks for the super chat. So love and respect to you. Thank you, Nell. And thank you for the pronunciation. A lot of times I screw up names, so you've been listening. Do you think drugs she was taken? I don't know, Linda. Could be. Could be. She and NK of the Watts case should be jailed together. They should be jailed together. I agree. I agree. Hi, Duty Ron, says Belinda. Good to see you. Jonna, thank you for that. Something about a good shot. Mary Flamingo, Mary London says very sad for her parents. That I agree. That I agree. Very, very sad. Very sad. I show 155 still watching. If you're new, let me know where you're watching from so I can subscribe back to you. Anybody that subscribes to my channel, I always go and look at your channel. If you have content on there, more than likely I'll subscribe to it. If there's no content on there, then there's really no sense in me subscribing to it. So please, 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 when you hit my subscribe button, make sure you hit the notification bell to the left here. Make sure you hit that bell, and then I will go and check out your channel and more than likely subscribe and support you as well. I love to support all content creators along the level of any type of, whether you have 100 subscribers, 20 subscribers, or 20,000 subscribers. I like to go and support other YouTube content creators. That's what I do. I love to do it. You'll find me in people's chats where there's 5 or 6 people in there. You'll find me in chats where there's 700 people. So I do like to interact with everybody across the board. Here's my good friend Paper Angel ASMR. There she is. That's my good friend. Where is she? Where is Paper Angel? There she is. No, there she is. She's over there. Paper Angel. Oh no, that's the bed. I'm trying to find the chat. She's in the chat below. She's in the chat. Hello, hello, Paper Angel. Good to see you. Good to see you. Ron, Susan Mundy asked if you think she thought she could get away with it because of the fact she's a police badge. I don't think so. I think that she wasn't even thinking along those terms. She was just being a hardened criminal. The police badge was already taken from her. She was on modified assignment, guys. So my answer to that is no. I don't think so. And you heard what she said to her boyfriend. She said, we have to think of an alibi. So she didn't even know what she was doing. She didn't even know what she was doing. Hi, Kathy from Texas. How are you? Good to see you guys. Thank you for joining. Let me adjust this. There we go. There we go. I think, I would think being a policewoman, she would have covered the evidence, and she didn't. She didn't. She didn't. She didn't. And she trusted both her boyfriends that she was cheating on her husband with. She didn't have one. She had a sugar daddy, older guy, and then she had the current guy. Stick and fork in her. She's done. Janice Wolf said it the best out of everybody. Janice Wolf, you get the prize for the best comment of the night. Janice Wolf gets the prize for the comment of the night. Stick a fork in her. She's done. I love it. You're welcome, Sue. Thank you. Water number 2. Susan Steele says, could she be assessed as mentally unstable and a psychopath to go into mental? No. She's a New York City police officer. Hello, Meg Lowe. Good to see you. She's a New York City police officer. If she was deemed to be, if they put her in a psych ward, then police department would have a lot of questions to answer, don't you think? Don't you think? She could claim temporary insanity, and then the police department would be covered. But I don't think she would go that route. She was shaken in court today. She was crying, and she looked disheveled, they said. Let me just check some more to chat. Sugar, please. Okay, so she was actually still married to the Hubs. Yes, she was. Some people just have a black heart. Exactly. This is like a Black Widow kind of case, Black Widow case. There's Paper Angel ASMR's channel. Go subscribe to her. My friend Joey Brooklyn is this close to 1,000 subscribers. If you can, go and check out Joey's channel. Go check out Joey's channel. That's why it's so awesome about you, Ron. You sub back. You never forget where you came from. I started with 0. Just like everybody else. I started with nothing. So I don't forget where I came from. And I like to support people because when you're on the way up, you're going to find other people making their way up and you may be falling down. So I like to still support everybody in any portion of the journey that we all go through. Sometimes it's lonely when you go live and there's only a few people watching you. I remember being there. I used to get discouraged. I would say to myself, what am I doing? I got 5 people or 2 people watching, but I quickly just felt fine with it. And I just said, you know what? I'll try my best to do what I can. All right, let me concentrate on the chat. There's M. Lowe saying she supports Nabul. Everybody go check out Nabul. Go check out everybody, guys. Go check out all the people. 141 still here in the chat, still hanging out, talking and chatting it up with us. We got Veggie Vibes here. We got Nabul, Black Rose, Joey Brooklyn. Guys, go and subscribe. Let's check out Joey Brooklyn's channel. Real quick. Hold on, guys. Let me see what he's got going on. Let me see Joey Brooklyn and see where he's at subscriber-wise. Let's see if we can get him to 1,000 tonight. Let's see my friend Joey. Where is he? Jojo. Where is he? 860 subscribers. 859 to be exact. I'm going to just show his channel. I'm not going to play his videos, but I'm going to show Joey's channel. Here it is. So this is my buddy Joey Brooklyn. He's at 892 subscribers. 892. I'd love to get him up to 900 here tonight. So thank you, Veronica. I appreciate that. 892 for Joey Brooklyn. Cup of Joe, always great to have you in on the broadcast. Joey Brooklyn. Here's a New York City skyline from a month ago. I love this.
Look at you, kids.
Look at this.
What amazing view.
This is the kind of
there.
content you'll see. That's the World Trade Center right over there.
And when you come to New York City, make sure you guys go on the New York, the ferry, the waterway taxi. You got the water taxi, which is yellow, and then you have the regular water taxi, which basically hits all the 5 boroughs. Actually, in 2020, I believe there's going to be a landing for Coney Island. Guys, and speaking about Coney Island, you got to follow my good friend Dutch Maz. Give him a follow. Dutch Maz right here on YouTube. Give him a follow. He's a wonderful guy. He's a tour guide, so if you ever come to New York City and you need a tour guide, Dutch Maz is your man. He'll take you all around. He's spectacular. Another great shout out I want to give is my good friend DutyRon. Give my good friend DutyRon if you're not subscribing to him, he's a spectacular guy. He's my brother from another mother. He's really an amazing guy, and he teaches all of us how to be safe here on the internet, and he also does a lot of cases. He goes over a lot of cases, especially the ones in New York City, because why? He's got the most experience as a retired NYPD detective. So if you got to email him any questions at DutyRon
exactly what we're talking about right here.
AOL.com. Okay, let's move forward now. Let's move forward. Wow, this is really nice here.
There we have it. Joey Brooklyn shouting out Dutch Maz and shouting me out in his own live stream. So this is the kind of guy that Joey Brooklyn is. So go and subscribe to all the great content creators on this platform. The people who I surround myself with are not troublemakers, are not anybody that's going to bad talk you for the most part that I know of. And once I find out someone's doing that, then I eliminate them. There you go, Norma. So for me, I try to surround myself with the same people that I want you to have a good experience here in the chat. So I try to surround myself with positive people, with people that are trying to better themselves and trying to do the right thing, and that just really want to pretty much just come, hang out, relax, enjoy, and have positive energy, positive vibes, and not be worried that someone's going to come in and start tearing them apart. This is not what we do here. We talk about real crime cases. We talk about lots of nature, and I go to the bird store. I go walking at the pond. I do a lot of different things, guys. You know that I'm pretty versatile, but this is really what my niche is. This is my this is really what I can give you guys the best of, because I spent 20 plus years as a police officer and a detective, and I know my stuff. You know, I'm not here blowing smoke up your butt. I'm not here to tell you fluff and give you all kinds of craziness. I'm here to give it to you straightforward, and I'm just giving you the facts. All right, so there it is. Rang the closing bell at the New York Stock Exchange representing J.P. Morgan Chase. That's exciting. Now that's exciting. Wow. Martha, thank you. Thank you for subscribing to Nabool. He's a great guy. Nabool is fantastic. Nabool is 1,000% a go. He lives in France. He gives you Saint-Tropez. He's on the ferry. He's at the beaches. He's walking through beautiful parts of France. So you can't go wrong with him. Mel, that's why we voted for you in Crazy Granny Nurse House. I don't even know what you're talking about, but I like it. Thank you, Mel. Mel is from Australia. She's also really cool. She's a good friend of mine. I greatly appreciate it. Patty with the no drama and the thumbs up. Can you do a video on AYS to stay safe in a dangerous neighborhood? I sure can, Sean. I definitely will do something like that. I've done them on Periscope. Looks interesting. I want to see the 911 museum. Martha, that's a really great, that's a great thing to do. I highly recommend that. All right, listen, guys. So I've been live for an hour and 18 minutes. I am going to end the broadcast. I'm wishing you guys a lot of love and respect from my house to yours. Remember, be kind to one another. Hug your loved ones. Cherish the moments that you have with your parents, whether your father, your mother, aunt, uncle, stepmom, anybody that's within your family. Please try to do what you can to put it together. And if it's not possible, just reach out and make the attempt. So this way you can have a clear conscience. I just lost my mom. Both my father and my mother are gone. It's a really sinking feeling to not have any of your parents around. And, I know a lot of you guys are in the same situation. But I'm imploring each and every one of you is to reach out to your family members. Be kind to your neighbors. Be kind to your fellow friends, whether they're girls or guys. Don't be mean to people, because you don't know when that person will take their last breath. So if you're mean to somebody and you are really vicious and vile to them, and they, God forbid, pass away, you're going to have to live with that for the rest of your life. So that's one of the messages that I want to say to you guys. Please, please, please be kind to one another, and do not bully anybody. It's not a nice thing to do. Let's be friendly. Let's be kind. Let's extend our hand. Be the better person and walk away from drama. If someone's talking crap or smack, don't get involved in it. Walk away from it. I choose to go the other way when I see somebody acting less than ideal, and that's a good thing for you to follow. It's worked for me. I'm 55 years old. I'm not a young spring chicken. I'm an old man, so I have some life experience. You know, I've been through the ringer, so I know the deal. Tori Hartman, if you're here, hello, Tori Hartman, my good friend. She's getting ready to travel to the UK, so she's going to be traveling soon. So wishing Tori a safe travels, safe journey on your trip. I hope it's successful and it all goes really well. Thank you, Tori. Again, much love and respect from DutyRon. This is a tattoo to my grandmother when she died in 2004. I got this tattoo. It's a whole memorial for my grandmother. That's on my arm, and I got a couple of other ones on my other arm. These are my tattoos. Definitely message me. Definitely message me. Okay, when are your holidays coming? I'm going away shortly. I'll give you guys that message in private. I'm not going to talk about it on a public broadcast. 50 is the new 20. Thank you. I like that, Jonna. I like that. That's a good one. I'm 55. I'm not 52 young. I'm 55 young. 55 young. All right, guys. Much love and respect from my house to yours. If you need any questions answered, put it in the comments. Send me an email. Go to my website, DutyRon.com. And don't forget, I have an Amazon affiliate link. I am an Amazon influencer. I have an influencer account on Amazon. So if you go and shop, ladies, on Amazon, use my link. It's a way for you to support my channel without actually coming in and digging into your pocket. If you shop on Amazon, you could support DutyRon's channel without even giving a donation. It's a small percentage of all your purchases will go to me, and they don't jack up your price. It doesn't cost you anything more. So if you want to see my Amazon affiliate link, it's in my website, DutyRon.com. So love and respect from my house to yours, and I will speak to you guys on the next one. Good night, everybody from New York City. Thank you for joining, and thank you for positively interacting.